That is not a sunset, it's a sunrise. As a truck driver, I didn't see many sunrises. I was always sleeping. But as a gig worker and being home all the time, now I get to see things like this. Not just the sunsets, I get to see the sun coming up. Yeah, that's pretty spectacular. Good morning, everybody. I just got off work and I was on my way home to get changed because I got another job in about 2 hours, and I have to change because I can't deliver catering dressed like this. And I said, you know what? Let me head down to the lake real fast and see what this sunrise, see if this is reflecting off the water. And sure enough, it is. That's worth not waking up for. I'm behind the magic. Actually, today I am part of the magic. Oh, it looks like it's a foggy day. It's not. Ooh, look at the monorail. Just came out of the shop in the garage, and there it goes. Right up there. You can't see it. It's due to the fact, well, I got mist on my window. Come get it off of there, mist. Slap some water up there. Yeah, like I said, today, oh, there goes that squirty thing. I am part of the magic. There's Tron and all these other stuff. I'm at Disney World, which is right down the street from where we live. Backstage, another day, another morning. But it's not going to stay that way today. We're going on a historic Disney adventure. And it's not here at the parks. But it is starting here. We are definitely heading out into rural Florida. Rural, there we go. Rural Florida. Heading to a town called Paisley, Florida, where we are going to start this adventure today. And give a little bit of Florida history about two ghost towns that actually used to reside right there in Paisley, and that the Paisley just kind of sucked up and devoured, and the towns no longer exist. But there's some history about those towns. Could be myth, it's definitely legend around here, but the family that founded those towns is actually buried in a cemetery we're passing right now. There it goes. There goes the ghosts. We'll come back to the cemetery in a little bit, but first let's get into town. And here we are, Paisley, Florida, United States Post Office. You say to yourself, why are you starting at the post office in the town of Paisley? Well, to tell you the truth, there's not much really here. It's pretty much a jungly area. You can hear the cicadas in the background. The only other thing really here in town is a Dollar General, which, you know, there's Dollar Generals everywhere, even in Paisley. So let's mosey on down the road just a little bit and get this story started. We're going to head on down this secluded, just grown over road. Head back into the Ocala forest here just a little ways. Hopefully we don't see any black bears. There's black bears all over the place. Fingers crossed we don't come across. Fingers crossed we don't come across any black bears. I don't have bear spray with me, and I'm not good at playing dead. I am driving through a state park right now, really close to the cemetery, and the lady at the front gate, they normally charge to come in and check out the property and park and do things, canoe, fish, and stuff like that. But I was talking to the camp ranger, or not the park ranger, not the camp ranger. It's not Yogi Bear stuff. But she said, it's funny you're on a quest to find this stuff, because I was reading about this the other day, and the property has to be there. That, you know, yeah, it's a ghost town that no longer exists, but there still has to be something, whether something was built in its place, whether a house was built, or the jungle just ate it up, you know. And because we're in such close proximity right now to the cemetery, well, let's get out. Let's go down to the water, because I got some stuff to talk about. This is how I know I'm close. I'm close to what I'm searching for. In the early 1800s, Walt Disney's family moved from Kansas City down here to Florida to get away from the cold weather, to get more into the warm tropical weather, get some cheap property, and kind of just relax. You know, long before the theme park stuff. Long before the theme park stuff. They built a house, like a lot of other settlers in the area. Okay, as the story goes, they went ahead and built a home somewhere out here, somewhere I'm assuming close to this body of water, which is actually spring fed. If you could see the changing of the colors, this aqua blue right here is the spring water. Well, the whole thing's spring water, but this is probably sand in here, white sand, and it's bubbling up spring water and forming a larger body of water. Rumor has it that Walt Disney and Roy Disney used to come visit their grandparents here somewhere around this area, or possibly directly in front of me, and they would come out in the morning as little kids, go fishing down here at the water, and just do kid things, right? Actually, this is one of the spots, I'm guessing this is like one of the only spots I can imagine where they would be fishing at. This whole area just sparks imagination. Just the color of the water sparks imagination. The water is so clear. Oh, there's a turtle. Look how clear the water is. There's a turtle under the water. And you can see it. Crystal clear. There's another one. Where is he at? I see another one. There's another one over there. I got two turtles. This guy's coming to me. Well, hello. See, it's things like this that spark your imagination. And Roy and Walt, as young children, seeing this type of stuff, oh, definitely. Come here, little guy. Come here. Watch the old Wonderful World at Disney, you know, as an adult, Walt loved animals and wildlife. He had so many nature shows on Wonderful World at Disney growing up. As a kid, used to watch them all the time on Sunday nights. And I'm imagining what sparked all that interest probably started at a very young age, right about there. I mean, up in Kansas, they don't have landscape like this neither, so this probably also sparked some imagination. The towns that the Disney family supposedly went ahead and founded was by the name of Kismet, which no wonder that town failed and became a ghost town. Who names a town Kismet? And the other one was Akron. Two towns vanished in history. There's no records. They're just stories now. You can go to the libraries, search the internet, scour everything. You cannot find the piece of property. You can't even find the original Disney homestead. Nobody knows where it is. It's erased from existence. ChatGPT told me, and Grok AI both said, hey, if you're going on this adventure, you should wear some mosquito repellent. And I said, what are you talking about? I'm used to the mosquitoes. I love them. After all, anything I learned from Lilo and Stitch, I am their food source, so I am protected universally. So the next stop on this adventure is Point Sienna at the Point Sienna Cemetery. You know, for being a rundown, just buried in the Ocala Forest Cemetery, it's pretty magical. It's a magical cemetery. little bit of pixie dust scattered here and there. And not all the grave sites are really old. Some are from like the 70s. I mean, but look at this. How beautiful is that? Where we're going is way back into the woods, or at the wood, where the woods start. That's where we're going. I would read you everything I found on the internet about the family, the names of everybody buried at the plot, but I'm not going to do that. There is a marker over there. I will just read everything off to you from there. The grandparents' name, the cousins, Walt's favorite cousin, and show you the headstones and stuff. Also very unique about this grave site is Disney World is about 42 miles south of here, out of the forest. Oh, Disney World is surrounded by its own forest, but over here where we're going, a lot of Disney cast members, they still come up here periodically. This is a very out of the way cemetery. It is. We're in the middle of the Ocala forest. Doesn't look like it. This isn't the cemetery here. You know, there's hardly any trees, so, but it is. It's an old cemetery that is way out of the way. But cast members will come up here periodically after they leave the Disney, stop working at Disney. And they if you go to theme parks and stuff, cast members and stuff have their names, where they're from, on little pins and tags. And in the past, a lot of cast members would come after they leave Disney and are no longer with the company, take their pin and leave it at the gravesite. So who knows, there may be some pins there from cast members too, because it's just a way of saying thank you to the Disney family. And when you're out here, beware of hitchhiking ghost. Let's look at the dates on some of these. That's a pretty nice headstone right there. That's withstood the test of time. J.H. and Laura B. Brantley, born November 18th, 1882, died June 8, 1884. That is a fairly old. She's been here quite a while. What is the age? Age 8? 3B? JH. I can't tell the year. No, it's only 2 years old, right? 1882 to 1884. It's a little baby. And here's another one. Same name. Another daughter. As you can see, this is one of those. It's just one of those places. 1893 to 1910. William Alfred. Well, hello, William. Look at this. Yeah, see, it's pretty run down. This place needs to get a little bit of love because there is a celebrity family buried here. But before I go, I have to go cool my camera off. It is so hot outside. My camera is probably getting ready to start overheating. So I'm going to put it in front of the AC for a minute, and I'm going to probably use the only haunted outhouse in the state of Florida. Camera is cool. Back to the adventure. A lot of people like to say it all started with a mouse. I disagree. Though Mickey Mouse was a great start for Walt, Walt wouldn't be here if it weren't for Charles and Henrietta Call, because they were the grandparents of Walt. And the Call and Disney family moved to Florida in 1884 from Kansas. The family settled on land about a mile north of Paisley. That's where I just was. Charles and Henrietta's daughter, Flora, married Ellis Disney in 1888 and later moved to Chicago, where Walt was born in 1900. As a child and an adult, Walt was a frequent visitor at Paisley, where we just were. I bet the family Dollar General wasn't there then. With his Aunt Jessie Call Perkins. Aunt Jessie Call Perkins. That's her whole name. But if it wasn't for them, there would be no Disney. No Disneyland, no Disney World, no Disney Tokyo, no Disney Paris, no Disney Singapore, Disney Seas, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom. None of that would exist. Welcome to the final resting place of Walt Disney's grandparents and cousins. This is kind of where the Disney story begins, and for some of the Disney family members, ends. From here, Walt would venture off with his with his father and stuff. They would move to Kansas City, and then Marceline, Missouri, then Kansas City. Walt, as an adult, would move to Chicago, move back to Kansas City, start Laugh-O-Gram Studios, and then from there, move on to California, start the whole process of filmmaking, animation, and then build Disneyland. And then from Disneyland, he had dreams to build Walt Disney World right in this same area. Couldn't do it though, couldn't get the enough property to do it. So that's why he kind of dabbled in weird, strange things to get all the property where Disney World where it now sits. You have to look that stuff up. It was pretty interesting how he got by doing all that crazy stuff. But it came full turn. From Florida, everywhere else, California, back to Florida. But he never got to see his dream turn into reality because he ended up passing away from cancer. But Roy, who also came here, his brother, as small children, going fishing in that lake that we were just at, probably in that same location, continued the dream, and now the dream is complete. But it hasn't ended. It's going to continue for many, 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 many more years, hopefully. Like I said, here at the gravesite, there is a few things. Somebody left their shades, some coins, a Mickey Mouse painted rock, many blessing rocks. Your grandson is what does this rock say? Sorry, I'll put it back. Your grandson, Walt, is a gift to the world. There's a little Mickey rock. All sorts of nice things. There's a Mickey Mouse sticker. Yeah. Oh, look behind here. There's a Mickey Mouse. Before I depart and end today's video here at the gravesite, I don't know if they're hanging around or if they are the hitchhiking ghosts. I don't know what they are. But if they are here, I just want to thank them for making my life happy and what it is today, and giving me that adventurous lifestyle, even though it's probably going to be the end of me. But yeah, I just want to thank you and your family for your gift to the world. It's like 110 degrees outside, so before my camera overheats, I just noticed this. There is a sitting bench here at their site. It's black and red, painted like Mickey's shorts. That's unique. If I can get brave enough, I did it at Bob Ross's grave. I went out at midnight. If I get brave enough, I might come out here to the middle of the forest. Yeah, about midnight-ish. Come out here and see if there are any hitchhiking ghosts on the property. I will sit on that Mickey bench and just wait, listen, and watch. I'm all for it. This is not a doom buggy, but it'll do.